Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're gonna know where were the first humans from? Where exactly in Africa did our species first evolve? And why is it important to understand the cradle of humanity? Scientists say they've figured out where the first humans evolved. It's an exciting moment that gives us clues about our distant past. So let's get to it. There are lots of theories about where the very first members of our species, Homo sapiens, first evolved. Some scientists have argued that humans originated in what is now northern or possibly even West Africa. Others say East Africa is where the earliest humans first appeared, but recent genetic studies point to a region in South Africa as the likely birthplace of humans. Researchers say it was here in the mountains of a place called the Mogadishu, where our ancestors first started to walk upright on two legs more than 2 million years ago. But wait a minute, don't get too excited just yet. That's not where the very first humans evolved. We didn't suddenly appear fully formed. We gradually evolved over millions of years from earlier hominids, creatures that walked upright on two legs but were definitely not human. Those early hominids eventually gave rise to Homo habilis, or handyman, and then to Homo erectus, or man standing up straight. Finally, between 300,000 and 200,000 years ago, Homo sapiens, or wise man, appeared. That's us. But where exactly in this region did all that evolutionary development take place? According to new research, it may have happened right here in the mountains of the Mogadishu. Our story begins about 9 million years ago, when apes began to migrate from Eurasia into Africa. The migration route went through the mountains of what is now the Mogadishu, where a population of apes split off from the rest and began to evolve separately. Eventually, they became the ancestors of both the humans and the chimpanzees we know today. Around 2 million years ago, our hominid ancestors began walking upright, which allowed them to see over tall grasses and spot predators coming long before they could be spotted themselves. They probably also used tools and hunted for meat. But although they had many human characteristics, they weren't quite Homo sapiens yet. They were more like Homo habilis, or handyman. According to some researchers, it was until about 200,000 years ago that the first true humans appeared in the mountains of the These humans were small, no taller than about 4 feet, 9, with large brains and small faces. They made and used sophisticated tools and lived in small groups. These early humans were also artistic, creating beautiful cave paintings and jewelry from bone and stone. By 120,000 years ago, these humans began to spread out of Africa into the Middle East and Europe. As they migrated, they encountered other hominids, such as Neanderthals and Denisovans. Sometimes they interbred with these ancient humans, leaving us with some Neanderthal and Denisovan DNA in our own genome. But by 12,000 years ago, most of these other hominids had died out, possibly because they couldn't adapt to the changing climate or compete with Homo sapiens for resources. So it seems the first humans evolved in the mountains of the Mogadishu in Africa. From there, they spread to the rest of the continent and then to the Middle East and Europe. They lived alongside other hominids such as Neanderthals and Denisovans. But ultimately, those ancient humans died out and we became the only surviving human species. It's important to understand where our species first evolved, because it tells us something about our past. It also helps us predict what might happen in the future. For example, by studying the genes of people from different parts of Africa, scientists have learned that our ancestors probably migrated out of the continent several times. This suggests that humans are highly adaptable and can survive in a variety of environments. It also means that we may be able to survive the challenges of the future, such as climate change and disease, if we can learn to adapt as our ancestors did. The story of human evolution is one of the most fascinating mysteries of science. In recent years, genetic studies have shed new light on our ancient past, helping us trace our roots back to the mountains of the Mogadishu in Africa. By understanding where our species first evolved and how we spread to the rest of the world, we can learn more about ourselves and our place in the natural world. This has been this channel, and if you want to learn more about the first humans, you can do so here.